that we've done this, like gone this far. 2018 rebuilt. AUG 18. Nope, not the mod. 2008. So what are we up to? ECW on Sci-Fi. ECW on Sci-Fi, what is it? February 26th. Perfect. Where are we going to be? Where were we last time? So we were there for SmackDown last. I don't know why. We can do the Southwest. Locker room incidents. William Regal ran drills for 5 students. And 6 more. Sweet. We're on our way to WrestleMania. This week isn't likely to have Ric Flair for the main event. Chavo versus CM Punk should be good, but you can never tell with this feud. It feels like it could somehow keep going despite being long past its expiration date. If not Punk though, who else is supposed to go out the title? So ECW opening. Let's do a hype pre-taped video for a singular minute. The amount of these openings I've done. In this stream. We've done these, now let's do some ECW boys. Where's Chavo? There he is. So we have Kelly and Kofi against Santino and Layla. Where is Santino? I feel like my man can be brandless. Layla gets in some hair pulling from the apron, allowing Santino to work on the armbar. Santino tags in Layla, which is good as Kofi tags Kelly. Some clotheslines drop Layla and Kelly hits a high crossbody for 1 as everything breaks down. Trouble in Paradise drops Santino and a famouser gives Kelly the win. I think this is a 6-minuter. So I can change balls to Santino now. Bunny Mania is coming to WrestleMania. I don't know what that means. And then video on Maria's Playboy shoot. Pre-taped video outside broadcast. Maria on sex appeal. We then get Stevie Richards against Mike Knox. Richards comes up with a super kick, but the Stevie T is blocked. Instead, Richards avoids a charge into the corner, and now the Stevie T is enough to finish Mike Knox off. I feel like Vince always liked Steven Richards because he stuck around for a long time. Tommy Dreamer tells Colin Delaney that he has a future as his injuries are starting to heal. Delaney asks if he can have his own theme music when he becomes a starter. Dreamer glares at him. Dreamer tells Delaney that he has a future in the WWE. Tommy and Colin. Backstage, 3 minutes. Up next we have the Raw Rebound. To make a hype, pre-taped video And then commentary gets serious about the Vince, JBL, Finlay, Hornswoggle feud. Do we have any of these people? Hornswoggle and Finlay will do. I feel like Vince can be moved to any brand. And Vince. We then get Miz and Morrison against Tommy Dreamer and Colin Delaney. Tommy Dreamer and Colin against The Miz and John Morrison. The backbreaker slingshot elbow combination gives Morrison 2, and it's back to The Miz for a chinlock. Delaney fights up and Dreamer gets the tag to start the house cleaning. A reverse DDT, is this loud? Nah, not too loud, it's pretty loud for me. A reverse DDT plants Miz and Morrison is sent outside. Dreamer sends Miz into Delaney and the DDT is good for the pin. Video on the WrestleMania press conference focusing on Big Show and Floyd. Who did we hire? That's Merc or Crow Cop, alright. Video on WrestleMania press tour focusing on Crow Cop versus Big Show. We'll just do our usual stars, we don't really have either of them. That's the problem with B shows, it focuses on both brands. It's just a hype pre-taped video for like 3 minutes or so. Miz and Morrison are yelling at each other when they're told Tommy Dreamer and Colin Delaney are getting a tag title shot next week. Miz and Morrison are angry as they're told Dreamer and Delaney getting a tag title shot next week. They're not scared. Tommy Dreamer and Colin Delaney. Put that backstage. CM Punk against Elijah Burke and Shelton Benjamin. The winner gets an ECW title shot against Chavo. The triple threat. Shelton, Elijah, Punk. The outer limit elbow gets 2 on Punk, and the running crotch attack to the back of the neck hits Benjamin. As Burke is the only one left standing, Punk pulls Burke off the top, only to get caught with Benjamin's dragon whip to cut him down as well. Burke knocks Benjamin out to the floor, but Punk is back with GTS for the pin and the title shot. Post-match, Guerrero gets in the ring and the stare down ends the show. Chavo gets in the ring, and the stare down ends the show. Perfect. That's more than fine. Probably squeeze in, I don't know, 2 more matches. Let's do the tag team of Exclude already booked. The Edgeheads can beat Deuce and Domino. How long do I need? 15 more minutes. Move that here. Oh, Crow Cop's here. So it's Big Show. We can add them to that. And let's have Big Daddy V take on Braden Walker. 7 minutes. Perfect. That here. Big Show's even in it, I'm just done. Sweet. Let's run ECW. Got the ECW opening. Decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Kelly and Kofi defeated Layla and Santino, when Kelly pinned Santino with a non. Nice. Video on Maria's Playboy shoot. In an extremely short match, Stevie Richards defeated Mike Knox with Stevie T. Dreamer tells Delaney that he has a future in WWE. The Edgeheads defeat Deuce and Domino when Kurt pinned Domino with a Long Island Express. We see the Raw rebound, in an about which had decent reaction for the crowd but terrible wrestling. Big Daddy V defeated Braden Walker in 5:27 with a sex drive. Commentary gets serious about the Vince JBL Finlay Hornswoggle feud. And in a bout which had decent reaction but subpar wrestling, Dreamer and Delaney defeated A-List when Delaney pinned The Miz. Video on the WrestleMania press conference focusing on Crow Cop vs Big Show. Miz and Morrison are angry as they're told Dreamer and Delaney are getting a tag title shot next week. In a decent match, Punk defeated Shelton and Burke when Punk pinned Burke with a Pepsi plunge. Chavo gets in the ring and a stare down ends the show. Straight to SmackDown. SmackDown, February 26, 2008. Something interesting happened on Tuesday, the 26th of February 2008. All Starbucks cafes across America were closed that evening. Is it not 26th? Is it the 29th? Because of tape delay? It is. Right, let me stare me past it. We're over a month away from WrestleMania, and most of the top card is set. That means that the following weeks can be a mixture of firming up the main event and building up the lower half of the card. We look at the WrestleMania press conference. Apparently the pair of Lance Storm and Tajiri have been hanging out a lot recently. That's all. So we have the angle of SmackDown opening. Got a hype pre-taped video, about a minute. Video on the WrestleMania press conference. Hell yeah. Just again a hype pre-taped video, 1 minute. All the major guys. And then Mirko Cro Cop. Open straight up with Big Show against Joey Ryans and Jay Garland. I guess you can presume who Joey Ryans is. Handicap 1 versus 2. This is Big Show's first WWE match in over a year. I do need to hire 2 random jobbers. Let's do Patrick Bentley. And Brian Cage. Big Show. Garland gets choke slammed and Ryans gets punched in the corner. A right hand knocks Ryan silly for the easy pin. Let's do a Big Show domination. Post-match, Show talked about how Floyd Mayweather may be facing Oscar De La Hoya in September. It's just a rumour, and Show is here to stop that rumour. Show's going to break everything in Mayweather, including his spirit. There isn't going to be a match, but Show versus De La Hoya is possible. That 20 million that Mayweather is getting for WrestleMania match isn't going to be enough for the pain he's experiencing. Big Show says Cro Cop has a fight in September, but after WrestleMania he won't be able to make it. Just Big Show cutting a promo on Mirko. Then it's Juice and Domino against Jimmy Wang Yang and Shannon Moore. The moonsault press misses though, and Cherry pulls Moore off the apron. That leaves Yang to slip out of a belly to back suplex, and now the moonsault press can connect for the pin on Juice. I'm a sucker for Shannon Moore. Edge and Vicky make honeymoon plans for Edge thinking Canada. Vicky loves Canadians, but the Edge heads interrupt their romance. That's okay with Edge, who sends Zack Ryder after Undertaker tonight. The Edge heads interrupt Vicky and Edge's honeymoon planning. Edge sends Zack after The Undertaker. Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Edge, Vicky, The Undertaker. We have Chuck Palumbo against Jamie Noble. Boop, boop. Chuck Palumbo against Jamie Noble. Noble manages a Fujiwara armbar until the rope is grabbed, allowing Palumbo to hit a hard slam. And then Seguri sends Palumbo into the corner for a cannonball, but he rakes Noble's eyes off the top. The overdrive finishes Noble off. Do you ever think any of this is punishment for Jamie Noble leaving and then getting over in Ring of Honor? Vicky Guerrero is in the back with Teddy Long and Maurice, with the latter praising Vicky until Batista comes in. Batista is heard against this Raw vs SmackDown challenge and wants to face Umaga. Maurice likes the idea, so Vicky sets the match. Vicky is with Teddy Long. Batista has heard about SmackDown vs Raw and wants to face Umaga. Vicky, Teddy, Batista. 3 minutes in the back should be fine. Let me just drain my pasta and we can really power through the last hour. That's me. Sweet, let's go. Okay, let's go. So then we have Batista and Kane against MVP and the Great Khali. Batista and Kane against MVP and the Great Khali. That's Montel. The cravat doesn't hold Kane down for very long as he powers up and slams MVP down. MVP cuts him off with a kick to the head. Kane finally knocks MVP down and hot tags in Batista to clean house. Everything breaks down and Khali chops Batista right back down, only to have the vice grip reverse into a spine buster. MVP makes the save, so Batista spears Khali down for the pin. 15. Batista goes, I don't know if Khali can handle this. Eve Torres comes out to introduce High Chief Peter Maivia and Rocky Johnson for the Hall of Fame, with The Rock inducting them. Peter Maivia and Rocky Johnson go into the Hall of Fame 2008. It's fine. Just a little hype pre-taped video. We'll just do it like it's a usual thing. I immediately got pasta all over my desk. Perfect. We have Jesse and Festus against Miz and Morrison. I think you can almost definitely presume who wins this one. Jesse and Festus against the A-list. Miz gets smart by taking a breather on the floor, and Jesse gets taken down back inside. House is cleaned, and Festus sits on Morrison's chest and grabs a fisherman carry flapjack for the pin. Not from that. We can have the Miz go over instead. We then have the Raw rebound. Make this a hype, pre-taped video for a minute. And then have Big Daddy V against Balls Mahoney for whatever reason. Matt Striker is he with V. Mahoney gets chokeslammed too. Wait. The corner splash and Samoan drop crushes Mahoney, and the Undertaker's gone. The lights go out and the Undertaker power walks to the ring to beat V outside. Mahoney gets chokeslammed too, as it's a no contest because DQs are passive. Like this, a wild brawl, draw, DQ finish after interference on Balls from The Undertaker, and Big Daddy V from The Undertaker. Undertaker says death waits for no man. So Edge sends Zack Ryder down. The Undertaker, Edge, Zack, Vicky. And then we have Undertaker against... Oh, the main event is Undertaker against Zack Ryder. Some right hands in the corner just annoy Undertaker, so he throws Ryder into the corner to hammer away. Snake Eyes into the big boot sets up the choke slam, which is enough to draw Edge in for the DQ. Storytelling. Victor, The Undertaker. At ringside is Edge. DQ finish after interference on The Undertaker from Edge. And I have to cut 5 minutes. And then we cut 2 from that for a final angle. Post-match, the Undertakers have none of this, beats up the Edge heads, and holds up the title to end the show. Match. The Undertaker takes everyone out, pauses with the title to end the show. The Undertaker, Kurt, Zack, Edge, Vicky. How long do we have? 2 minutes. Hell yeah. Perfect amount. Let's go. We got the WWE SmackDown opening. Video on the WrestleMania press conference. Big Show defeated Patrick Bentley and Brian Cage when Show pinned Bentley with a chokeslam. Big Show says Crow Cop has a fight in September, but after WrestleMania, he won't be able to make it. They might as well have Big Show instead. An extremely short match, the Country Punks defeated Juice and Domino when Mua pinned Juice with a Morgasm. The Edgeheads interrupted Vicky and Edge's honeymoon planning, so Edge sends Zack after The Undertaker tonight. An bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling. Palumbo defeated Noble in 5:58 after blatantly cheating. Vicky is with Teddy Long. Batista has heard about SmackDown vs Raw and wants to verse Umaga at WrestleMania. And about which had good heat and decent wrestling. Kane and Batista defeated MVP in the Great Khali in 1455 when Batista pinned MVP with a spine buster. Peter Maivia and Rocky Johnson will go into the Hall of Fame in 2008. In a poor match, the A-List defeated Jesse and Festus in 10:03 when Miz pinned Dalton with a Wizard of Oz. We have a Raw rebound, and in a wild brawl that had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Big Daddy V drew a Balls Mahoney when the referee lost control after The Undertaker ran in and attacked both men. The Undertaker says death waits for no man, so Edge sent Zack Ryder down. Fuck. And about which had good heat but subpar wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Ryder in 1806 when Ryder was DQ'd after Edge ran in and attacked The Undertaker. Post-match, Taker takes everyone out and poses with the title to end the show, in a show that I knew would do just awful. I could have told you that one wouldn't do well. We have finally hit the 1 hour remaining mark. Hell yeah. Oh well. CW have dropped us. Where is CW? Literally very big across Canada and the US. What's wrong? Oh, USA Network, that's fine. It's because they're not interested. So what's next? America 1 seems fine. Spike could also just be perfectly fine. New deal for SmackDown. Late night. It's fine with me. What if I just do... Wait. SmackDown is on Canada. SmackDown's on 2 Canadian. Just not. Alright. Sci-fi might have to do. I'll just America 1. I'll just do sci-fi. It's got all of them. That's fine. Alright, sweet. What's next? Raw in 5 days. I doubt we'll get to WrestleMania tonight in the save, but wouldn't it be good if we could end this 12-hour stream on WrestleMania? Also, we got Al Snow twice. I've never got 2 people at once, or straight after each other in a loading screen. I just want to shout out all 5 people that are watching. I don't know if you're all watching. I've all been watching for the full time, but we're almost there. We've almost made it. Alright, I need to find the Raw that we're going to do. Raw March 3rd. God, so much happens. Val Venus, Tori, Matt Hardy, Kenny Dykstra, Candice Michelle. This guy's body has changed. And Jamie Noble's contract is ending. I would at least like to extend it for another year. Alright, Monday Night Raw. It's finally WrestleMania month, and we're less than 4 weeks away from the show. The big story around here is the triple threat match between Randy Orton and challengers Triple H and John Cena. Other than that, we're going to see Big Show versus a professional fighter. Let's go. Randy Orton, John Cena, and hold on, I might pick where we're going. Chris Jericho has a creative idea. William Regal is fun to be around. Ric Flair did some funny cartoon drawings. Chad Patton is getting ripped of how much he's been influenced by Shane McMahon. William Regal ran drills for 4 divas and 2 wrestlers. Oh, not wrestlers, that's not fair to say. 2 dudes. Right, let's do some team bonding before Raw. Strengthen a whole bunch of relationships. Let's go. Yeah, Randy Orton, John Cena, and Triple H are in William Regal's office and has a great idea. For the next 3 weeks, one of them will be in charge every week. Tonight it's Cena, but Orton thinks they have a pact. They should have a pact that says the other 2 should get the night off every week. Cena has a better idea. William Regal has decided for the next 3 weeks, each of HHH, Cena, and Orton will be in charge. William, John, Triple H, and Randy. Backstage, 5 minutes is fine. So we can also have the WWE Raw opening. Right, pre-taped video, uno minute. And we go straight into Big Show against Brandon Hill, who is being billed as a boxer. Let's see if I can find anyone. Mike Barton, maybe. Mike Barton, it might actually have to be. So, Big Show against Mike Barton. Hill rushes away to start and then panics when Show grabs him by the trunks. Then the choke slam finishes for Show fast. Post-match, Show calls out Mayweather and promises to ruin him at WrestleMania. Big Show calls out Crow Cop and promises to ruin him at WrestleMania. There he does. Big Show cutting a promo on Mirko. Crow Cop pops up on the screen to yell about how he'll break Big Show's jaw. Oh, and he's coming to the show. He will break Big Show's jaw. And he's coming to the show. Done the promo, Big Show, I guess character development. We then have a video on Triple H. Up the career and legacy of Triple H. John Cena off, Randy off. Pre-taped video, like a minute. We have Shawn and Ric Flair against Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. An atomic drop big boot combination gets 2 on Shawn, but he gets a boot up to stop a diving Murdoch. It's back to Flair to strike away, setting up stereo figure fours and stereo submissions. Post-match, Shawn says he doesn't want to be the one to end Flair's career. He knows Flair is thinking, what makes Shawn think he's that guy? But it's WrestleMania, and he's Shawn Michaels. At WrestleMania, Flair's show is going to be stopped. Shawn says he doesn't want to be the person to end Flair's career. But he's Mr. WrestleMania. Shawn and Rick. John Cena comes in to see Regal and gets right to the point. Tonight, it's Randy against Triple H, while Cena will face Mr. Kennedy. Oh, and since Cena's in charge, Regal can leave the office. Cena says tonight, it's Triple H against Randy Orton. He will face Mr. Kennedy. John Cena, William Regal, Triple H, Randy, and Mr. Kennedy off screen. 4 minutes backstage should suffice. Then have Umaga against Super Crazy, with Umaga winning in 45 seconds. Here is Chris Jericho for the return of Highlight Reel. Jericho talked about how this is the talk show that inspired the others, such as Are You Smarter Than a Snitsky and Cooking with Goldberg. For now though, let's get our guest out here, Jeff Hardy. Jericho shows us a clip of him beating Hardy last week to qualify for Money in the Bank, even though Hardy's already in there. Of course fans are expecting Hardy to steal the show, but this time Hardy talks about how important it is for him to win here. Then Hardy lays him out with a twist of fate. Highlight Reel with Chris Jericho. Jeff says at Money in the Bank, it's important for him to win. Simple enough. We'll have Mr. Kennedy against John Cena. Back in, and Kennedy hits a neck breaker onto the knee for 2, followed by the cravat to stay on the neck. Cena powers out and hits the running clothesline into the top rope famouser, and the STFU finishes Kennedy off. Jerry Lawler is in the ring to MC the unveiling of Maria's Playboy cover. Maria and Candice Michelle come out. The cover is unveiled, and Santino has censored it. Cue Santino to complain about Maria being in the magazine. Maria yells at him and Lawler clears him out. The real cover is revealed, and Lawler is excited. Yep. Santino is furious at Maria for posing for Playboy. The cover is revealed, and Lawler takes out Santino. Candice, Maria, Jerry, Hondo Jerry, and Santino. 3 minutes should be fine. We then have Carlito against Cody Rhodes in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Cody tries a victory roll, but Carlito reverses into the backstabber for the win. Cody isn't going to win it either, and it's way too early in his career to be there, so maybe not having these two in a match for the spot would have been better. It's good to get Cody in the ring, but Carlito means nothing at this point. Sad, but arguably true. We get a satellite interview with Floyd Mayweather, who brags about how awesome he is and how ready he is to dominate WWE. He's ready to break Big Show's jaw and declares himself the real king. Mayweather promises to turn the company into Money Mayweather Entertainment. Crow Cop is on his way to the arena. He says he is ready to break Big Show's jaw. Outside broadcast, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Mae Young is going into the Hall of Fame. And here is Finlay to confront JBL. After Hornswoggle was attacked last week, here is Vince McMahon. Vince confirms that he's not Hornswoggle's father, but Finlay certainly is. JBL isn't here, but we do have him via satellite, from Hornswoggle's hospital room. JBL says it's fun to prey on the innocent, and the challenge to face Finlay is thrown out for WrestleMania. Then, JBL turns out the lights and we hear Hornswoggle scream. It's kind of cool. Finlay calls out JBL. He's in Swoggle's hospital room. He challenges Finlay at Mania and attacks Swoggle. Vince, JBL, Hornswoggle, and Finlay. 4 minutes should be fine. We then get Triple H against Randy Orton. They fight on the floor with Triple H hammering away, setting up the spine buster. Orton goes to the floor and grabs the title, so Cena breaks it up, only to have Triple H knocks them both over. Cena jumps in and attacks Triple H for the DQ. Randy Orton against Triple H. Triple H wins. Storytelling. Let's keep Orton strong. After a DQ finish, after interference on Triple H by John. Post-match, Cena gives Triple H the FU but walks into an RKO. That's so many letters, but walks into the RKO. John, Triple H, Randy. Simple. 9 more minutes. Let's stick Jeff Hardy over Brian Kendrick. I don't know what to do. 3v3. Paul London, Brian Kendrick, and Jeff Hardy. against heels. Mark Henry and the McAllisters. Stick Jeff over. We can put that there. Sweet, let's run Raw. WWE Raw opening. William Regal has decided for the next 3 weeks, each of Triple H, Cena and Orton will take turns being in charge. In an extremely short match, Big Show defeated Mike Barton in 3:58 with a chokeslam. Big Show calls out Crow Cop and promises to ruin him at WrestleMania. But Crow Cop says he will break Big Show's jaw, and he's coming to the show. We then get a video hyping up the career and legacy of Triple H. In about which had good heat and decent wrestling. Shawn and Flair defeated Murdoch and Cade, and Flair submitted Murdoch with a figure 4 leg lock. Shawn says he doesn't want to be the person to end Flair's career, but he's Mr. WrestleMania. Cena says tonight it's Triple H against Randy Orton, and he will get his revenge on Mr. Kennedy. An extremely short match, Umaga defeated Super Crazy in 47 seconds with a top rope splash. The highlight reel with Chris Jericho. Jeff says at Money in the Bank he will always put on a good show, but it's important for him to win. In a good match, John Cena defeated Mr. Kennedy in 9:31 by pinfall with an FU. Santino is furious at Maria for posing for Playboy. The cover is revealed, and Lawler takes Santino out. And about which had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Carlito defeated Cody in 6:50 by pinfall with inverted neckbreaker. Crow Cop is on his way to the arena. He says he's ready to break Big Show's jaw. And about which had decent wrestling, Jeff Hardy and the Hooligans defeated Mark Henry and the Highlanders when Jeff pinned Robbie with a twist of hate. He sustained a damage heel. Finlay calls out Triple H, but he's in Swoggle's hospital room. He finally challenges Finlay at Mania and attacks Hornswoggle. In our main event, in a bout which had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Triple H defeated Randy Orton in 21:32 when Orton was disqualified when Cena ran in and attacked Triple H. Post-match, Cena gives Triple H the FU but walks into the RKO. Now that's much better. 4 days, that's fine. We'll get that popularity right back up. I think we can extend it, but we really don't need Rosie. I'll extend it by 9 months just to keep Umaga happy. And the fact he's FCW Florida heavyweight. We've got ECW on Sci-Fi straight away. I wasn't prepared, I thought I had some sinning to do. What was the last one? Please do on Sci-Fi February 26th with this 4th of March. Let's pick, where were we last time? Let's go southeast. William Regal ran some drills for 6 students. He then ran some drills for 7 superstars. Kenny Dykstra had an impromptu pre-show karaoke competition. Straight to ECW opening. Hi, pre-tape video Uno minute. Let's get the main boys and then just some ECW boys. Punk, Matt, I guess, Shelton, Tommy Dreamer. Scripted's fine. Opening recap looks at a feud between Chavo and CM Punk. Chavo, CM Punk. And we go straight into that tag match. Miz and Morrison against Colin Delaney, and Tommy Dreamer. The tag brings in Dreamer to a rather nothing reaction. After a neck breaker at the corner for 1, the Texas Cloverleaf goes on, but Miz makes the save. He knocks Delaney to the floor and hammers Dreamer down. That's too far to Delaney, who grabs a chair and clears house for the DQ. Tommy Dreamer and Colin against the A-lists. The Miz wins after a Rage DQ finish, the loser being Big C. At first, Dreamer looks stunned, then pleased with his hardcore protege. That looks right. Ah, fucking, I'm gonna question myself unless I do it. Protege, there we go. Tommy, Colin, The Miz, and Moz. We now have Shelton against Stevie. Back up and Benjamin jumps off the top, only to miss a high crossbody. Richard make the comeback, including Insecurity for 2. It's too far for Benjamin, who hits the jumping downward spiral for the pin. Shelton against Stevie Richards. 11 minutes to do, and we could probably have these steal the show, actually. Shelton Benjamin is the victor. Post-match, Benjamin promises to win Money in the Bank. Win money. Shelton cutting a promo on I don't know, cut on. We can just cut one. 3 minutes. We recap the reveal of Maria's Playboy cover. Maria's Playboy cover. Maria. Kofi Kingston and Kelly Kelly are now admiring the Playboy cover. Kingston saying that she should be a Playboy cover girl. With that kind of creepy line out the way, Layla comes in to yell at Kelly about Playboy, wanting Layla instead. Catfight ensues. Kofi and Kelly are backstage. Layla comes in and a catfight ensues. Kofi, Kelly, Layla. Backstage for 3. We then have Kane against James Gibson. I'm assuming James Gibson is Jamie Noble. Palumbo revs his motorcycle to distract Noble. Chuck, Jamie, Kane. Kane's above all this, he's like, nah. We then have the Raw rebound. Pre-tape video a minute. CM Punk talks about how Chavo claims to be a warrior, but there is one Guerrero who is a warrior and isn't Chavo. Punk talks about the things he's done to Chavo and promises to regain the title tonight. Punk talks about the things he's done to Chavo and promises to regain the title tonight. CM Punk cutting a promo on Chavo backstage. And straight into the match, CM Punk against Chavo. Shall I just make it for the rest of the show? Back in, and Punk grabs an armbar, only to have Chavo pull him into a half crab. The rope is grabbed, so Chavo plants him with a tornado DDT instead. Punk catches him going up but gets knocked back down, set up the frog splash for the title. And that's the end of this. We go on to SmackDown. What's booking analysis? CM Punk. Oh, Chavo's been used too much. We got the ECW opening. And the opening recap looks at the feud between Chavo and CM Punk, in a bout which had decent reaction for the crowd but subpar wrestling. The A-listers defeated Dreamer and Delaney in 9:42, and Delaney got disqualified after going into a rage and refusing to stop assaulting The Miz. The A-list make defense number 1 of the tag team titles. At first, Dreamer looked stunned and pleased with his hardcore protege. In a decent match, Benjamin defeated Richards in 10:33 with the Dragon Whip. Benjamin promises to win Money in the Bank. And then we recap the reveal of Maria's Playboy cover. Kofi and Kelly are backstage. Layla comes in and a catfight ensues. In a decent match, Kane defeated Jamie Noble in 7:39 by pinfall with a chokeslam. As Chuck Palumbo revs his motorcycle to distract Noble. We get a Raw rebound, and Punk talks about the things he's done to Chavo and promises to regain the title tonight. And in our main event, in the bout which had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Chavo defeated CM Punk in 30:03 with a gory special to make defense number 4 at the ECW heavyweight title. As we move to SmackDown. So what is this? Match 4. Don't need to hold a booking team meeting. We don't need any of this either. WrestleMania is less than a month away, and that means we should be seeing some low-level matches starting to come together. Most of the card is already set, with Undertaker vs Edge feeling like a huge match. Other than that, we have Batista against Umaga in a Raw vs SmackDown match, and Big Show vs Floyd Mayweather in a match that could go either way. We have our opening segment. WWE SmackDown opening. Hype, pre-taped video for a minute. Let's just throw all the boys into here. We open with Vicky and Edge with Teddy Long in the corner, on the cutting edge. After praising Vicky, Edge talks about how he never lost to The Undertaker, making him the real phenom. Vicky makes Edge and the Eggheads, Edge and the Edgeheads against Undertaker for tonight, which Edge finds very hot. With that out of the way, there is someone else who is going to be losing his 35-year career at WrestleMania. That brings us on to tonight's guest, Ric Flair. Edge welcomes him to the show, but wants to know what it's like when Flair loses at WrestleMania. Flair promises to beat Shawn at WrestleMania, but Edge doesn't exactly sound convincing. Edge asks Flair about losing to The Undertaker at WrestleMania, which Flair says it's something you never forget. Losing to The Undertaker didn't hurt his career, but he came at it differently. Edge is the one with a sham of a relationship, which sends Vicky into a rant. After calming her down, Edge says Flair needs to watch the handicap match tonight, because he'll have his own next week. Oh, and let's make that a cage match. Edge woos in his face but gets slapped, with Flair bailing from violence. Vicky books the Edgeheads versus Taker tonight. Edge mocks Flair for losing to Taker at Mania. Ric Flair cutting a promo. Vicky, Edge, The Undertaker. We then have CM Punk with Jesse and Festus against Miz, Morrison and Chavo. Instead, we can have CM Punk and Country Punks against The Miz, John Morrison and Chavo. Everything breaks down with Jesse and Punk hitting dives onto Morrison and Chavo. Back in, and the Fisherman's Carry Flapjacks gives Festus the pin on Miz. CM Punk steal the show. Jamie Noble is in the back with Michelle McCool and says he knows she has a thing for him. Noble gets it, but he's a one-woman man. She's okay with it and seems to have thought the same thing. Noble tells McCool he's a one-woman man and hopes he gets it. Jamie, Michelle. I have no idea what this is in reference to. We then get MVP against Batista, with MVP defending the US title. MVP kicks him out to the floor for another 2, and we're off to a leg lock to keep Batista down. Back up, and MVP misses the running boot in the corner, allowing Batista to come back with the swinging Bossman Slam. The Spinebuster crushes MVP, whose low blow is blocked without much effort. They fight on the outside with Batista keeping up the beating, but MVP kicks him into the announcer's table and beats the count for the win. United States, MVP, keep Batista strong. It's a count out win. We look at Hornswoggle getting beaten down again. Getting attacked by JBL in his hospital room. Jamie Noble says he wants a match with Edge. He wants a match with Palumbo. This annoys Vicky and books him against the show. Jamie, Edge, Vicky, Chuck off screen, and Big Show off screen. Mae Young Hall of Fame video, and Kim Kardashian will be the guest hostess at WrestleMania. And now we have a Divas swimsuit competition. Skipping that. Video on Rey Mysterio being injured and undergoing bicep surgery. And having to undergo surgery. We have Kane against Chuck Palumbo. The clothesline gives Palumbo 2, but Kane grabs the side slam. Palumbo tries to headbutt his way out of the chokeslam, only to get chokeslammed for the pin. We then have Big Show against Jamie Noble. Show throws him into the corner and gets kicked low for the DQ in short order. Big Show wins. It's an intentional DQ finish. Show shrugs it off and promises to end the career of Mirko Krokop. Big Show cutting a promo. It's great. Hell yeah. And we're on to that final push. We then get the Raw rebound. And then it's Undertaker against Edge and the Edgeheads. Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, and Edge. Old School is loaded up, but a distraction means that it has to be switched into a top rope arm drag. The Edge heads distract Undertaker again, and Edge hits the spear for the win. How long do we have? 25. That's the thing, Kurt Hawkins looks like the star now, with those two being the extras. Edge and the Undertaker glare at each other to end the show. Perfect. Let's run it for the final time. We got the WWE SmackDown opening. And Vicky books the Edge heads against Taker tonight. Edge mocks Flair for losing to the Undertaker at WrestleMania. In a decent match, Punk and the Country Punks defeated Chavo and the A-List when Punk pinned The Miz with a Pepsi plunge. The Miz sustained a swivel hips. Noble tells McCool he's a one-woman man and hopes she gets it. In a decent match, MVP defeated Batista in 11-12 by countout to make defense number 1 for the US title. We have a recap of excuse me. A recap of Hornswoggle getting attacked by JBL in his hospital room. Jamie Noble says he wants a match at Palumbo. This annoys Vicky, who books him against the Big Show. We have a video on Rey Mysterio being injured and having to undergo surgery. In a decent match, Kane defeats Palumbo in 7:32 by pinfall with a chokeslam. In an extremely short match, Big Show defeated Jamie Noble in 36 seconds when Jamie got himself intentionally disqualified. Show shrugs it off and promises to end the career of Mirko Cro Cop. We then get the Raw rebound, and in our main event, which had good heat and decent wrestling, La Familia defeated The Undertaker in a handicap match when Edge pinned The Undertaker with a spear. The Undertaker was visibly angry after the match and upset that Zack Ryder almost injured him with a botched move. Edge and The Undertaker glare at each other to end the show. Injury review, 27 days, oh. And I should have checked if he could still wrestle. That would, again, SmackDown just been absolutely in daggers. I'm sorry about that. I was just meagerly distracted. So ECW and Sci-Fi drew a lot of praise, but SmackDown, let's say it's great there, but not doing so well. Alright, The Miz shouldn't miss any days because of it. There's nothing I can really commit to now, if I'm completely honest. I had a few more ideas for some saves I was going to do during this. One of them I wanted to do was NWA from the revival. Another one was MLW from that revival. Yeah, obviously that Diablo X mod didn't really go to plan. I'm just not as good when I'm following things. I think people know that from... anyone who's watched any of the streams know that from my Land's End save, which actually did go well for a while. But I like you see the 1971, the King of Wrestling. Ooh, Kurt Angle the Mentor. He took Alex Shelley. Oh. Contract with James Gibson. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think it's even that I just couldn't commit to it because it just... I'm not as good. I'm just not that creative. Hey, my mates, how it going, guys? Right, we'll carry on. We'll carry on to Raw. I really would quite like a 2005 mod where we could start from Christian and the Dudleys entering TNA. FCW. Okay. And then moving on to eventually Kurt Angle coming in. I am actually in my spare time running a Ring of Honor save in 2004. It's gone about a year in at this point. Punk's been hired by... Well, we've done the summer at Punk. He's been hired by WWE now and gone off there. Same with Jamie Noble. He's gone back to WWE after ending the summer of Punk. Ricky Choshu's injured. Abyss and Mark Johnson. Matt Hart. Oh, everyone's contracts are ending. Done. That's next show. Ah, rats. Right. Oh, we're not going to book this now. Honestly, mostly because I am just tired. Got to a point. I feel like you could tell. It got to the point during. I feel sorry when. I'm probably going to upload this whole stream as one video, and also cut it down as separate episodes. So I feel bad for the people that just watch this. And they're like, why is he so down and tired? And it's like, doing it for 12 hours. What is that check? So that's the Indie Sleaze mod. These are just different mods. So if we... I don't know what to show off. I don't know what to go through. We were all quite enjoying the 92 save. Things seemed to go well there. What was on at the 92 save? What was going on there when we ended? Oh, we could just sim. We can finish off by simming. Ah, we have WCW tonight. Rats.